Next topic we have to study is isotopes. We already know about isotopes and we have studied about them. I have explained you about them when I explained you the Dalton's atomic theory and the modern atomic theory. So isotopes are the atoms of same element which are having the same atomic number but different mass number, and most of the elements will have isotopes. That means they will have atoms of different kind in the same atom. Now maybe they are having the atoms of different kind, but the atomic number is same. Atomic number is the number of protons present inside the nucleus. So we know that the number of protons present in the nucleus is always equal to the number of electrons present outside the nucleus. So when the atomic number is same, so number of electrons in the given atoms of isotopes is same, electronic configuration becomes same. And as the electronic configuration is same, so the chemical properties shown by the atoms of the element which are having different atomic masses will be same, because we know now that the chemical properties or the ability to combine depends only on the valence electrons present in the given atom. Now some examples we'll take of isotopes. We know hydrogen, the simplest of all the elements, is having 3 isotopes. It is called the simplest of all the elements. You know why we call it simplest? Because it is having only one proton inside the nucleus. When one proton is there, that means there is one electron and only one shell containing one electron. So hydrogen shows 3 kinds of isotopes. The first one is having one atomic number and atomic mass also as 1. That means the proton present inside the nucleus also is 1. We call it as hydrogen, or we can also call it as protium. Then the second kind of atom of hydrogen is having atomic number 1 but the mass number is 2. Now when atomic number is 1, that means the number of protons inside the nucleus is 1. Number of electron also is 1. But because the mass number is 2, that means the other kind of particles which are present in the nucleus, that is neutron, also is present in some hydrogen atoms which is having atomic mass 2, which contains one proton and one neutron. So the atomic mass becomes 2. Then that is called deuterium, because the atomic mass is 2, so it is named as deuterium. And the third kind of hydrogen atoms are there which are having atomic number 1 but the atomic mass 3. Now again atomic number is 1, that means the number of proton is 1, number of neutrons becomes 2. Proton 1 plus 2 neutron gives the atomic mass of isotope of hydrogen as 3, and it is named as tritium because it is having 3 as the atomic mass. Similarly, we can take the example of carbon. Carbon also shows 3 kinds of atoms present in natural carbon. We know that atomic number of carbon is 6. So all these carbon atoms, the different isotopes which we call of carbon, will have atomic number 6. That means all of these will have number of protons inside the nucleus as 6. So the electrons also will be 6. And as we have seen in the last video, the electronic configuration will be 2,4 in case of all the 3 isotopes of carbon. When the electronic configuration is same, the tendency of all the carbon isotopes to form ion or to chemically combine with other elements will remain the same, because the number of valence electrons is equal. But the mass number changes. In case of the first isotope, which is the natural carbon, and the most abundant carbon is atomic mass 12, where there are 6 protons and 6 neutrons. The other isotopes of carbon are having atomic masses 13 and 14. So when the atomic mass is 13, then 6 protons plus 7 neutrons. When the atomic mass is 14, there are 6 protons and 8 neutrons. In this way, there are 3 isotopes of carbon, and the carbon with atomic mass 14 is the radioactive isotope of carbon. In this way, different elements show different kinds of atoms in the same element which are having the same atomic number but different mass number, and the properties which depend on the atomic number, which are mainly the chemical properties, are same because they are having the same atomic number and same number of electrons. But the properties of the elements or the atoms which depend on the atomic mass will change because there is a change in the mass of the given atoms of that element. So the physical properties which depend on mass, that is density, boiling point, melting point, etc., will differ in the different atoms of the isotopes. These are the different kinds of isotopes of hydrogen and carbon. And isotopes only is the reason also, children, for having the fractional atomic masses of elements. We know that atomic mass has to be a whole number. Why it should be a whole number? Because the protons and neutrons always will be present in a whole number in the nucleus of any given atom. So the atomic mass, which is given by the number of protons plus neutrons, has to be a whole number. But it is observed that there are some elements which show fractional atomic masses. The fractional atomic masses can be explained because in nature there are different kinds of atoms of the same element present in a given ratio. In nature only they will be present in a given ratio, and then you have to consider the ratio of those different kinds of atoms of the same element, and the average atomic mass has to be found out. When the average atomic mass is found out of the different isotopes, then it comes to be in fraction. This explains why sometimes the atomic masses of elements are in fraction. I hope you understand what are isotopes and how their properties will remain same or will differ depending on their atomic number and the atomic masses, and what is the reason of showing fractional atomic mass by the elements.